My neighbors had a basketball hoop, and it would be December, and I'd knock on their door and ask them if I could play basketball in their driveway. There'd be some snow on the ground. I'd be like, no, don't worry about it. I'll shovel it. Just can I use your driveway for a little bit? And they were more than happy to let me do that. My mom played all kinds of sports in high school, and my dad played basketball in high school. But you know what? I think they spend a lot of time with me in the backyard, throwing me the ball and playing basketball with me. So from a young age, that was just something that we did as a family.
John's been very competitive his whole life. There was never no lose. It was always win. And he was always his own worst enemy because he was a perfectionist.
At 6'3", 170 pounds, it was basketball that garnered much of young John Madsen's time. He loved the game, played at Hunter High School in Utah, and although he had bulked up a bit with the help of a personal trainer and try as they might, the team his senior year would provide more of an emotional gut check than any real shot at a state title.
We won one game and lost 19 my senior year. At that moment, it was terrible, but looking back, it changed my life because that took me from playing basketball to going back to football and giving that a try.
He had put on a little extra weight now the right way, because any cheating on or off the field would never ever enter John Madsen's mind.
There was never a thought of cheating and taking any banned supplements, stuff like that. That was all very big back then with McGuire and Sosa and the whole baseball scandal. But for me, it was just getting in the gym, working hard, and you know, my whole life, hard work, just, you know, it pays off.
Found a personal trainer over here at our local gym, went in there and had meetings with him, and he just sat him down, asked him what he wanted to do, and they worked out a schedule, and he got him going right, and everything was on eating right, the right supplements, and his body just transformed, and he has never left it.
John thought, why not try football again for the first time since Little League? Because he hadn't played a down in high school. John Madsen set out to make his mark at Snow Junior College in Ephraim, Utah.
I don't think they had real high hopes, you know, a kid that hadn't played football in 3 years, but they said they'd give me a look, and they did that.
Yeah, when he walked in the door, I looked up at him, and I said, yeah, come on in, sit down, let's talk about it. He convinced us that he had the passion and desire to continue to play, and he obviously has the physical characteristics to play. And we said, yes, come on out and give it a shot.
I fell in love with the weight room. I was in there every day after practice. It didn't matter if I practiced 2 hours, I put another 2 hours in the weight room.
He was the first one in the weight room, the last one out, first one on the field, catching extra passes. And not only could he go and get the football as a receiver, but he was a ferocious blocker. And when we run the ball on offense, he'd come down inside and crack down on our safeties and linebackers. And my guys weren't even looking for the ball anymore. They're looking to see where Madsen's coming from. And so that was the passion that he brought to it.
John was very successful at Snow and set his sights squarely on playing for the team and the coach that had caught his attention, the University of Utah and new coach Urban Meyer.
Urban and Billy Gonzalez, the wide receiver coach at the time, came out and talked to me for about a half an hour on what I was doing, why I was there, and they wanted to see some highlight films and said they'd get back in touch. Before I could make it back down to Snow, my phone rang and they told me to get back there and they wanted to talk to me a little more.
Success at Utah was immediate.
Looking for the right corner, floats it up for John Madsen. He has it in his hands. It's a touchdown!
And Urban took a special interest in myself. He really believed in me and told me that I could play football for as long as I wanted. And having someone like that you respect tell you stuff like that, it made me a better player. It made me want to be a better player. Up to that point, I had 55 catches, 2 touchdowns. I was coming off a game with a 13-catch game and another game with an 11-catch game, the previous 2. So really feeling like things were going just how I wanted them to go. A lot of interest. I was a big wide receiver, 6'4", 220 pounds at the time. So prototype NFL receiver. And all in one instance, you know, you never know what's going to happen, and that leg broke, and from there it was, you know, the dreams were kind of put on hold for a minute.
A severely broken leg, lots of rehab, physical therapy, and a hugely diminished number of NFL scouts interested in John Madsen. So as a non-drafted rookie, Madsen was invited to the Oakland Raiders training camp and immediately proved the naysayers wrong.
The first mini camp I got flown into, Randy Moss was in my wide receiver meeting. Not to mention, Bolitnikoff was my wide receiver coach, whom my dad has told me a lot about my whole life. So I'm sitting with a legend in Bolitnikoff and a future Hall of Famer in Moss. And I'm kind of just sitting in the back room going, wow, you know, not very many people get to experience this, especially someone that never played high school football in the first place.
Moss split out to the right, and Brooks throws deep down the left side. Wide open is John Madsen, and the tight end is on his way to a touchdown.
I had 2 full seasons in Oakland. About midway through my 3rd season, I got released. Oakland called me back, and I played another, I think, 5 games with them. And then they released me again, and I finished off with the Cleveland Browns.
And give it to Lee. No, they fake to Lee. Madsen, touchdown. Well, he earned it.
Catching 2 NFL touchdown passes is something that I'll always be proud of, and no matter what, I'm proud of what I did up there.
And now, 3 NFL seasons behind him, John Madsen has just opened up his new personal training facility in Draper, Utah, Flex Athletic Performance. And this is where he now develops younger athletes to believe in themselves, both on and off the field.
It's not about taking everybody I get in here in Flex and making them professional athletes. It's about making them better people in society, about getting good grades, about believing in themselves so that they may go to whatever college they want to become the best accountant they want to be. It's going to help them tremendously in their athletic careers, but I think it's something that will help them in their lives even more importantly.
Quick, be quick. John Madsen believes his real legacy will happen inside these walls at Flex Athletic Performance.
I see the kids that come through here. They send me emails and on their stats in the season and really believe that I helped them accomplish some of the things. So I think when it's all said and done, this will be my biggest legacy, no question.